Assalamualaikum and hi to our respected lecturers, so Yazid bin Sarkom, and to all viewers and friends. Today, I with my fellow group members would like to present about issues in strata management, in particular with joint management bodies, JMB, management corporation MC, and managing agent. First of all, this is the list of my fellow group members who had working hard together to accomplish this video presentation. Starting from myself, Muhammad Nur Farhan.
Hi, my name is Syamia Mimi binti Sazali.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad Fatih Syarkawi bin Muhammad Majdan.
Hi, my name is Krisnida Anak Goyong.
Hi, my name is Naili binti Muhammad Musleh.
My name is Nur Suhalina Apurva.
Hi, my name is Siti Nurfatiha binti Syamak Fauzi.
Hi, my name is Siti Nazira binti Fatul.
I will talk about definition of strata title. The definition is developments that divides a building or land into parcel, accessory parcel, and common property and stipulate a system of management. Strata titles are issued for each parcel in relation to a strata title scheme. These documents carry similar functions and role as any document of title. Strata title is a document issued by the state authority in relation to ownership of a unit or parcel in a building, a procedure that gives legal ownership to subdivision of building into parcel in separate title, based on the horizontal subdivision of a higher-rise building or of airspace instead of the usual vertical subdivision of land. Next, strata title may also be a title deed issue for townhouse, commercial, and industrial developments, not only for residential properties. This title will contain all the essential information such as the name of owners, a description of the properties, list of any existing encumbrances such as registered easement, caveats, or charges. This original title will be kept in a register maintenance by the relevant land officers or the banks if the title is already issued and there is a loan to be settled by the beneficial owner, and a certified true copy duplicate is issued to the owners for the time being. Strata title have three example building. First is flat, second is apartment, and third is condominium.
Also, what are the responsibility of JMB, MC, and managing agent? First, we will discuss the JMB, which is also known as the Joint Management Body. The JMB is an interim body that is set up to run and maintain a strata property from the time the development is completed until the land office issue a strata title. The JMB, which was established under Section 17 of the SMA, is made up of the developer and the strata owners. JMB team up to ensure proper documentation, payment schedule, accounting, and property upkeep. The JMB will continue to exist and carry out its function until it dissolves, and when the JMB is disbanded, the MC or JMC takes over its responsibility. Okay, next is about the duty of JMC. The JMB or MC is run by a joint management committee, which is JMC, and management committee respectively. Normally, they are referred as a council member. JMC duty is to maintain, manage the common property, also determine and impose charge in a maintenance fee for maintenance work. It also effect the insurance according to the SMA or to insure against such other risks, compiled with any notice or other given or made by the local authority of any competent public authority, and also they prepare and maintain a register of all parcel owner of the building, ensure the account required to be maintained by the JMB under the SMA are audited, and also enforce the bylaws and do such other thing as may be opinion or necessary. Okay, next is about the management committee, which is MC. MC is consists of unit owners who are elected by other residents who attend a strata development annual general meeting, which is AGM. It is also known as the Joint Management Corporation, JMC, and is responsible for representing all the strata unit owners and determining how to be best manage the strata development. Following is the issuance of strata titles, and MC is established by the opening of a strata register book. An MC, on the other hand, does not function until its first AGM is held and the management committee is elected.
We continue our presentation with the Sub-Management Corporation. A Sub-MC is required if the development is too large and difficult to be managed by a single committee. It allows the creation of limited common property, LCP, where only certain proprietors have exclusive usage towards it. Firstly, this concept is particularly useful to mix development of the strata buildings for residential commercial and total use. Second, residents can only form a sub-MC if the main MC is already in existence. And lastly, the sub-MC is run independently from the MC but requires the member of the MC of participant in the running of the sub-MC. What is the duties and roles of MC and sub-MC? Firstly, to maintaining an appropriate register of all owners. Secondly, maintain and manage the common shared areas. Third, ensuring financial transparency of maintenance accounts. Fourth, compliance and enforcement of bylaws, rules, and or bidding regulations and policies enforced by local authorities. Fifth, the property is insured and protected. And lastly, billing and collection of management fees. We further our discussion on the managing agent. The managing agent is the company appointed by the landlord to run and manage the building and services. They will collect service charges from leaseholders in accordance with the terms of the lease. The service charge will include management fees, which are their fees for this service. This is usually only a very small element of the total service charge. Managing agents manage the property in accordance with the terms of the lease and statutory requirements on behalf of their client, for example, the landlord, resident management company, right to manage company, RTM2 company. The role of a managing agent requires knowledge of landlord and tenant law, building construction, health and safety regulations, accounting, and much more. The duties of the managing agents are based on contract, not legislation. This management agreement will cover the duties the client has asked the managing agent to perform.
So, the first issue regarding the JMB, MC and managing agent that we can found is power abusing by JMC and MC members. For this point, we can divide it by two. So, firstly is misusing strata owner personal information. Some of the JMB and MC members are using the strata owner personal information for their personal interest. For example, they use the details to argue the owner to sell their unit to certain property agent. Secondly is profiting from the sale of personal information. Some of JMB and MC members in which also bank agent contacted the owner to influence them to refinance their loan while they gain more from the owner. Other than that, other issue that regarding to JMB, MC and managing agent is JMB and MC transparency. When building is deeply corrupt, particularly in the area of contract, procurement of service and goods, and financial management, residents are dissatisfied with the high cost incurred as a result of the management system lack of transparency. To address this issue, appropriate legislation should be enacted. Accountability and financial transparency are not the only aspect of management transparency. All activities involving their privacy, such as the use of common property, renovation, repairs, and house moving, should be communicated to parcel owners. For the next issue, I will pass to Suhazlina.
Next point is unaware that owner can involve in GBM and MC. The key of good property management is participation. Owners should be participate in the general meeting to keep tabs on the performance of their property management. However, many strata property owners do not realize that a good property management requires strong participation from the owner. To encourage participation in general meeting, the property management should be served an early notice on the requirement to participate as well as the payment status before the official notice of the meeting. Next issue is late issuance of the strata title. In some cases, the title can take years to be issued to the homeowner, but this has in turn caused other problems. The management corporation cannot be formed until the strata title of the property have been issued. So, if they not get their strata title, the natural flow of how a management should be changed hence will be disrupted. Another problem with the getting the strata title is that if they wanted to sell their house, the process will be much more complicated compared with the title. Next is all owners have the right to submit motion. If the motion is submitted before the AGM, JMB or MC must be included on the agenda if the request is reasonable and relevant of the next general meeting by AGM on which the body corporate, which is JMB or MC, to table the motion for the decision from the owner. Lot owner in the general meeting may decide by voting on the motion only if it included as an item of business on the agenda and is stated in the voting paper accompanying the notice of the meeting. Depending on the outcome sought, the motion must be passed by an ordinary resolution, special resolution, resolution without dissent, or majority resolution.
The other issue regarding JMB, MC and managing agent is not creating maintenance and sinking fund account. Here, a few of JNB and MC are left in creating maintenance and sinking account. The fees in the maintenance account are used for the upkeep of areas that are commonly shared by the residents of the strata building. On the other hand, the fees in the sinking fund account will be used to renovate any part of the condo whenever needed. As we can see here, the maintenance fees and sinking fund play a huge role in ensuring that your strata building is in tip-top condition. Next, issue about JMB, Joint Management Body's limitation on entering into contracts. From here, the JMB is merely intended to be an interim body to carry out some of the duties and responsibilities of the MC before the latter is established. Primarily because of this, a JMB does not have all the powers entrusted to an MC pursuant to the SMA. From here, we can see at section 21(3) of the SMA stated that a JMB shall not enter into any contract relating to the maintenance and management of any building intended for subdivision of parcels and common property in the development areas for any period exceeding 12 months. Lastly, the issue about not having an AGM to form a new management. As mentioned above, the developer will have to hand over the management to a newly formed committee after about a year of being in charge. Annual general meetings or AGMs are held to discuss any concerns or issue faced by an organization. It would naturally be important for a housing management to hold such as an AGM. The need for housing management to hold a AGM every year is requirement under the law.
First recommendation is to take note of the person having pecuniary interest. It is best that any person on strata owner that has pecuniary interest or vested interest in management and maintenance of his stratified building from seeking election to the JMB or the MC. Members of the JMB and MC must be worthy. A strong and principled leadership is an essential component of the successful JMB or MC. The members of JMB and MC should consist of minimum 3% and maximum 14% that have a high standard of integrity as according to the condition in Strata Management Act 2013. The next recommendation is to urge policymakers and the government to gazette and ironclad the provision of Section 19A of the Strata Title Act 1985, which will make the provision that strata titles need to be issued upon vacant possession of the property mandatory. The State Department should identify and determine the underlying issue that lie in the enactment of the provision of the Act. Technical interpretation of the Act should be applied to the procedural issue that arise, such as restructuring the section accordingly to solve the root cause of the problem. Legal firms who are acting for purchaser can educate the client, acting as a mediator between purchaser and relevant bodies to seek legal resource by way of representative action, if necessary, to expedite the issuance of the strata title. Next, Management Corporation is required to prepare an annual budget based on the amount to be paid by individual owner. The management must maintain proper books or records not later than 15 months after the MC has been established. This account shall be audited by an established accountant and the summary of the income and expenditure shall be displayed at prominent place in the building. Proper legislation should be implemented to overcome this problem. An example of corruption prevention measure is practiced in Hong Kong, where they display their account and update the owner with proper guideline on budget account management provided in the building management ordinance that can be adapted as a guideline for implementation.
How to resolve a dispute in handover process? Joint Management Body (JMB) or Management Corporation (MC) can. Step 1. Clarify with the developer any concern in the dispute. Step 2. Start a negotiation process to address the dispute for a win-win situation. Step 3. Refer to the Strata Management Tribunal. Step 4. Refer to the Commissioner of Building. Step 5. Refer to the relevant ministry. What to do if the issuance of strata title is delayed? Owner can. Step 1. Clarification with developer and the authorities. Step 2. Negotiate for a solution. Step 3. Check with the tribunal for home buyer claims. Step 4. Check with the Housing and Local Government Ministry. In conclusion, the property management such as JMB, MC and managing agent has fiduciary obligation to act lawfully, competently, diligently, impartially and in accordance with the client instruction and objective. A good property manager should adhere to a strict conduct with a trust, integrity, fairness, honesty and professionalism with a professional standard while rendering his service to the client.